The best of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week and a better month ahead. When President Gerald Ford proclaimed Black History Month in 1976, he said that this was America's moment to, quote, seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history, unquote. A month to recognize the invaluable contribution Blacks made to not only America's development, but also to the very foundation of the American landscape was mightily long overdue. There's a reason former comedian turned former Senator Al Franken, while he was senator, said this about his colleague Ted Cruz. He says, "I like Ted Cruz much more than any other senator likes him, and I hate Ted Cruz." Dear old Ted was heard blabbering last week some ridiculous words. Anybody with a smidgen of emotional intelligence or who has been exposed to the rudiments of drama and acting would recognize as fake indignation Cruz's histrionic claims that President Biden's readiness to fulfill his campaign announcement to pick a Black woman for his Supreme Court nominee is offensive. In a convoluted barrage of words amounting to a non sequitur, Cruz made the lame case that since Black women constitute only 6% of the American population, Biden's intent to name the first Black woman to the Supreme Court, let the viewer recall that this court is 233 years old, is an insult to Black women. What? I am guessing that the remaining 6% of the conscience God gave Ted Cruz kicked in at that very moment, preventing him from drawing the more logical conclusion that this would be an insult to the other 94% of Americans. But Cruz must know that that conclusion, even though more logical to his line of argument, would be even more ridiculous, since for the Supreme Court's first 178 years, Black men and all women were, by Cruz's ridiculous argument, insulted because only white men sat on the Supreme Court until Thurgood Marshall became an Associate Justice in 1967. And even then, Marshall, for no other reason than that he was Black, was rejected by 1/6 of the senators who voted. Ted Cruz would know that for the next 14 years, women would, once again by his specious argument, continue to be insulted until Sandra Day O'Connor got on the bench. The true and only logical conclusion of Cruz's laughable argument is that it is Black women who, until today, are being insulted since none sits on that hallowed bench. While Ted Cruz squabbles about Black women constituting only 6% of the American population, I wonder if he can quantify with any decency or concern how much of American wealth at the time of independence and the first 200 years after independence was supplied by Black people. Does Cruz remember whose unpaid labor built the White House he has coveted and shall never reach? America has had a Black president, now a Black vice president, 3 Black senators now, and only 11 of them out of the nearly 2,000 who have ever served in the United States Senate. Mitch McConnell thinks that Black people should shut up and ask for nothing more in America, not even the right to vote like Americans, he literally said. White men like Cruz and McConnell either forget or lie about whose labor made white Americans, according to the Brookings Institute, nearly 7 times richer than Black Americans. A senator from Mississippi, the state with the largest number of Black people, 39%, calls Biden's imminent pick a form of affirmative action. So, this is affirmative action? When number 45's similar campaign announcement regarding a white woman, that's what the pick was not? This is affirmative action when Reagan's campaign promise as well regarding a white woman, that's what his pick was too, was not? Why does one measly seat on the Supreme Court to be filled by a black woman following 2 stolen seats for 2 white men about which Cruz didn't raise one objection and which theft Mitch McConnell wickedly engineered disturb white men so badly? What else but that the white fragility of Cruz, Mississippi Senator Wicker, and other such men is rearing its pathetic head? I thank God for my solidly affirmed and solidly balanced white friends who remind me that people like Cruz, McConnell, though their type still practically defines white America, is not all that can be said of America. It's fitting for Americans to hear during Black History Month this year the name of a black woman who shall be the next Associate Justice on the Supreme Court of the United States. She shall be as qualified or more qualified than any of her 6 white male colleagues. 5. And she shall make all Americans proud. Since the departure of Thurgood Marshall, black Americans have been longing to feel that pride in another of Marshall's stature, male or female. Methinks that time has come. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. Please share this video with someone. I'll see you again next week. Happy Monday, all the way to not Black Friday, but Friday.